Welcome back to another episode of Sailing into the Mystic. In our last few episodes, we have been working on the Mystic in the boatyard and finally got her back home after many setbacks and complications. Now that she was finally back home, we needed to get caught up on other projects that we fell behind on because of the extended boatyard stay. And then we really needed to have some fun. Reflecting on our work in the boatyard, we actually managed to get a lot done. Even though we were still working full-time jobs, we each were dealing with physical injuries, and the unusual amount of rain and storms kept getting in the way. We removed 7 nasty old through-hull fittings, which were long overdue for replacement. Then we cleaned and repainted all of the bilges before installing all new through-hull fittings and ball valves. We got creative and made some custom tools to help us with our tasks. While we were at it, we installed a new forward scan transducer to help us see what is coming up ahead. And a triducer that would give us more accurate information on the water temperature, our speed, and the depth. Both transducers integrate perfectly with our B&G Vulcan system. We cleaned the prop, which was very corroded and full of growth, and applied prop speed to it. We replaced the shaft seal with an upgraded dripless system. We also had some blisters repaired on the hull. We did a complete rebuild of our rudder and the rudder bearing. And last but not least, we applied new anti-fouling paint on the bottom of our boat. We learned a lot hanging out in the boatyard alongside many other DIY boaters and from the guys working in the yard. We also learned the hard lesson that boat work always takes more time than you think or want to believe. We now feel like we are part of some club because we engaged in our own sailboat refit, and the Mystic is one major step closer to being ready for cruising. Meanwhile, the car that had a tree branch fall on it during one of the storms sat at the dealers for 3 months before it was declared that it could not be fixed for less than the value of the entire car. So it got totaled, and we had to wait for insurance to pay us out before we could buy another one. The flooring project that we had started before we hauled the boat out was our next big task, and we were finally able to complete it and move all of our furniture off the outdoor patio and back into the house. It was now time for some fun. While we were babysitting our grand doggy, we decided to take her sailing as it was our first opportunity to get out on the water and play. She fell in the water already. She's all right. It felt good getting out on the water, and we let loose and got silly. Okay, we got obnoxious, but can you guess the song we were trying to sing? We stayed out late, even past the SeaWorld fireworks. next sailing trip we took, we found some strong spring winds and could not believe how much faster the boat was going now that we had a nice, new, slick bottom. We easily picked up a whole knot in our overall speed. For some reason, we only took B-roll footage on this sailing trip, so I guess the only thing to do is show it with some cool music. Next up for babysitting was our granddaughter, who was getting big fast. She was brought to us in the middle of a nap, and she woke up hungry.
What do you want?
Now that she is walking confidently, she wanted to explore the boat. This is when we gained a deep appreciation for all the sailing families with little ones on the boat. I don't know how they do it. Without netting on the sides of the deck, it was imperative that she be watched closely, and she did almost fall off the side once.
Bye.
In the middle of our playtime, we did have one minor project to do, and it meant Tim needed to go up the mast again.
Back up. All right.
Ready?
So, key is to hold on to that one, the tail end of it. Keep it tight. So if the drums, you just watch the drum. If the drum starts slipping, pull tighter as we go up.
All right, we got him up there. Or shall I say, I did. This dang light's been clacking. It's swaying. We don't know what happened. But last weekend we were sailing, that was going dung, 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 dung every time we were going over a swell or a wave. Finally looked out and said,
Yeah, it looks like I need a washer.
oh no. It's not in the baggie you have?
I don't think we have any.
All right, there you go.
The peanut gallery.
Peanut gallery right here.
Yeah, you guys came a long way.
Since
Got
we've
to
been.
get the boat out of the water.
Our neighbor Tom really likes to make fun of me and how he witnessed my failure to get up the mast the first time
I'm
I
not
tried.
going up.
Come on, we're working on this, have we?
No.
You guys do any therapy yet?
No.
No. I'm not scared of heights. I'm not scared of heights.
I would like to try
You're
again.
like 2 feet off the ground the last time. And it was like, whoa, hang on. I'm not going to do it. Put me down. Just put your feet down. You can touch the deck.
Meanwhile, Tim loves going up the mast and always takes these great selfies to show off. We have finally made it to our spring break, and it was time to head to Mexico. Part of our retirement plan is to partially live in our home in Baja on the Sea of Cortez side. It is our dream that when we retire, we will sail around the Baja Peninsula and arrive in our town and anchor right in front of our place. There are a few more projects left to do with our home here to get it ready. One long overdue project was to put some garage doors on our garage. We ordered 3 garage doors from Lowe's 6 months ago, and they finally arrived. It took us a while to figure out how to put together the first door because the directions were terrible and the parts were labeled incorrectly.
We'll buy a new set of screws, but these come with it, and we're 900 miles down Baja, so you gotta do what you gotta do.
After the first door was completed, we timed ourselves on the next 2 and found that we could install each in less than an hour. In one day, we had most of the work done and just had to do the fine-tuning of the braces on the ceiling on day 2. Tim loves to use his laser for projects, and it helped us speed things up even faster on this last door.
For a beer, baby.
I'm ready.
Burned it.
Doors turned out beautiful, and now the rest of the trip we could take a well-needed vacation. However, remember this site on a beautiful sunny Baja day, because the next time we see these doors, it will not look like this. All right, folks, if you made it this far, perhaps you would consider subscribing if you haven't already. Our goal right now is 500 subs, but we would only want you subscribing if you plan on returning to us to follow our story, boat projects, and upcoming adventures. We are now releasing short videos every Wednesday and our regular episodes every Sunday morning. If you don't plan on returning, but you happen to like any portion of our video, would you please at least consider just giving the video a thumbs up? Subscribing and adding a thumbs up does not cost anything to the viewer, but definitely gives the content provider a bump up in the YouTube algorithm. Thanks for watching.